guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting this on my YouTube channel. Okay, so what has happened to? Okay, I'm not sure what has happened there, but yeah, like I said, I'm already in this position. Okay, I started the session a bit earlier just because I was hoping to get you guys in. Okay, but I'm already in. It happened way too quick. I literally went to the toilet, came back to my laptop, and then it was already in place. So I just market executed it. So I'm in this play right now. Um, yeah, if it does come a bit lower, then yeah, we'll have a second entry that I can call out here potentially. Okay, but I'm in this personally right now. So the reason for this, we had equal highs. We've already taken our 80 session high. And then in regards to market structure, I would prefer it to come back into this area where we can actually potentially buy from. So that's why I was looking at this area initially anyway. One, because it's Asia session low. Two, we've got IPA and that demand candle that I would preferably like to buy from. Okay, and then we came above, took our Asia session high, then filled this IPA entirely. Okay, from here to here, filled it entirely. And then from there, I was like, cool, structure wise, it just makes sense for it to drop that back into these zones. So that's why I started looking at the sell opportunity. And then from there, if I literally just go back into replay mode real quick. So before when I marked it out, this is what it looked like. If it would, it's not okay. It is gonna let me do it. Okay, so when I was looking at this trade initially, so we filled the entirety of this IPA. Okay, fill the entirety of this IPA, and then from here we create another gap. Can I just hit this one? Boom. It just literally done the whole thing. Okay, let's just take that back into here. My trading view is moving really, really slow right now. I'm not too sure if it's just me or what's going on. Okay, but yeah, so we had the IPA through here, taking out liquidity, these equal highs from this wick to this wick. Liquidity has been taken. Okay, and then jump to real time forward. So that's why I clicked last time, but it just literally done the whole thing. Okay, it didn't do it this time. So we had the IPA through there initially, so I marked it out. Okay, can I go one step back? Okay, had that IPA in there initially, so I marked out that zone right there, and then that's why I then said entry at this point. So yeah, that's basically why I executed the trade. Okay, simple as that. The same thing that we go over in our morning sessions. So again, a lot of things have already happened that Eddie's already called out. Again, we're up what was it, 11% for the morning? Okay, so there's not much more. Okay, I can actually show you guys right now, but this gold trade is something I was looking at that I personally executed. I'll see how this plays out, and then yeah, we'll come back into it. But again, like I said, I would prefer this higher entry up here personally anyway. But right now, I just took the risk because yeah, why not? Okay, but for me personally, I'll rather get this higher entry. Okay, I'd rather get this higher entry, but for now, I just took a risk on that trade there. If it works, great. If it doesn't, no problem. This is the trade I'd much rather prefer. Okay, so yesterday was looking to buy from this area. We got 50 pips. So you guys that were in the live call yesterday should have got 50 pips from that at least. Okay, and then someone said, should we sell again? I'm in also. Warren, my guy. Okay, how long is the Zoom going to be? I mean, as long as it's going to be. Okay, if you need to go, then yeah, just go. It's fine. Okay, it'll be recorded. But yeah, so yeah, got that entry right now. I prefer this one. So I was looking to buy from here initially yesterday into this area, but it didn't happen. We dropped all the way down, and Manara Trade Ideas and Sessions actually called a nice sell on that. Okay, so literally looking at Manara Trade Ideas and Sessions, they literally called a sell on that yesterday as well. And then we hit various TPs. Okay, we hit various TPs. So again, if you guys got into that, then that was nice as well, right? So I think what do we do? Do we do TP5? And then yeah, the TP6 hit. It doesn't say here, but TP6 should have actually no, TP6 is way down here. TP6 is way down here because I remember why they called it. It's got this gap. Okay, wherever it was. Okay, it's got this gap just somewhere around here, a big gap. I should have probably went on a bigger time frame before I started scrolling, right? But it's got this big gap right here. So Monara Trader, yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we've got these demand areas in here. So that's why Monara Trader Ideas and Sessions called out this area here, which is why I've marked out that area red as well. Okay, so that's the overall goal. We're still kind of need to come down into this area. Okay, we still need to come down to this area. So with market structure right now, with us being bearish, okay, we're just consistently making new lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now we're looking for a new lower high. Okay, that's what I'm looking for there. So again, if we take our fib from here, okay, to here, okay, we can start seeing why 89% is lining up with this area. Okay, we've got this specific candle that we'll be looking at for a sell. Okay, so through here, that's where I'll be looking at. That would be the best sell potential. Okay, that would be the best sell that we could potentially get. Okay, let me just look at the chat box real quick. What's actually happening? Is this trade signal? Can I enter? Yes, we've already entered one position. Okay, and now looking at the second one, but also said it may go up before going down. What's the TP again? Sorry, I had to answer the door when walking. TP for. Okay, let me just look at the chat. 204. Why do you choose that candle to start your fib? Sell gold. Okay, cool. So again, I'm not sure exactly. You guys just asking hella questions without being specific. So I'm just gonna try to read between the lines and then talk about what I was talking about anyway. Okay, so why did I choose this candle specifically for the fib? Because here yesterday we had a demand candle that we wanted to buy from. Okay, we spiked down below it, and then now we formed this specific candle. Okay, let me just remove everything. We formed this specific candle right here. This is the last out candle before price dropped. Okay, and then we obviously got price action up here right now, but this is the first barrier. Okay, this specific candle here is the first barrier. So now I've marked that up because that's what made this structure here break. So if we go on a line chart, okay, if we go on a line chart, this was the previous higher low, sorry. Okay, and then we didn't make a new higher high, and then we broke that structure. So now I'm more interested in what caused it to break, which is that candle specifically right there. Okay, so that's why I'm more focused on that candle right there. And he's bringing everything back. So that's why I've highlighted that zone right there. So this will be the first obstacle, okay, that we need to tackle and hopefully sell from. And if not, then we'll be looking at this candle. And then yeah, that's what I'll be personally looking at. But I don't really see too much here that I like because yesterday, that's what caused this to start dropping because we broke the structure here. Okay, let me just go into the 5 minute. Okay, we broke the liquidity structure through here. And that was the perfect sell. So I wish I did call this out live on the session. I was literally looking at it. Okay, I wish I did actually call that out. I remember I said I don't like to trade within the Asia session range, but I wish I actually just told you guys to do it. I know some of you did. Okay, but yeah, I didn't call it out for the whole group. But that was a perfect entry there because we had the equal highs, liquidity wipe, boom, straight into that candle, and that's what caused that entire drop for God knows how much. How many pips was that? Okay, this pip, what was it? It was 260 pips. I wish I actually did tell everyone to enter that rather than just saying, yeah, it's risky. Take it at your own, take it at your own risk. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, right now, the trade that we're in, okay, was looking at this one. Okay, was looking at this one here. Like I said, it's a riskier, okay, but it's a risk that I was willing to take. Okay, even though I would prefer entry higher up into this range right here. Okay, so yeah, breaking down why I want this again. So again, we've got a 5 minute candle right here and a 15 minute candle supply as well. So this area here will be my preferable area of destination to actually sell from. Okay, so we'll see exactly how that plays out in due time. Okay, if this is actually going to hold this sell that we've taken already. Okay, and I think someone did ask me what the TP was for that one. So again, yeah, 2024. I think someone already put in a chat. Okay, that just leads back into this 5 minute IPA. Okay, that just leads back into this 5 minute IPA if it does actually play and hold. Okay, right now it's kind of being sketchy. But yeah, if we come down, so we take out the Asia session low, then we fill this 5 minute IPA and we've got a 5 minute demand candle right there also. So that's the reasoning for this trade if it actually does hold. The other one I was looking at was Euro USD. So I know Eddie's already called out various trades on this morning. Okay, the other one I was looking at before the session was this Euro USD. Unfortunately, it's already come down as low as this. So I'm not sure this is going to play out. Okay, I'm not sure this is going to play out at all. So yeah, we've kind of already made that down move, but just not into the entry that I would have liked it to hit before we went down. So right now we're heading into this IPA, and then there's not various candles here that I do like. Okay, there's just this IPA that I was like, hopefully we can actually come up into here and then drop down. So that would be nice. So 4 pip stop and about 30, 36 pip gain. Okay, not a bad trade, right? Okay, 9 to 1 trade. But yeah, it just dropped way lower than I would have liked it to when I initially marked it out. It was in and around here. I was hoping we'd get one more move into here and then drop, but it's already kind of dropping already. So yeah, not too much setups today because everything's either moving a bit shit or it's already happened. Okay, especially GU, messy as hell. Okay, I caught a trade through here. Okay, earlier on, like literally from this candle. Okay, before the session, and then yeah, I just wanted to take out this Asia session low, but again, even this, I'm just like yeah, just close it. Okay, I'll just like yeah, I'm not liking the price action at all. Like it's just a lot of mess. So yeah, I just took that trade and I was like, you know what, I don't even like it. Just close it. Okay, made quick, literally 10, 15 pips from it. I was like, cool. Just left it as that. But everything else is really, really messy today. I'm not liking the price action on anything really. Okay, gold, like we said, is literally just something that's floating around this area right now. Okay, but like I said, I would personally prefer if we actually come up into here. Okay, that's my one and only trades that I'm personally liking today. Okay, so everything else, a whole lot messy. Everything was quite nice in the morning with Eddie calling out those trades already. But today at lunchtime, it's not looking as good. Okay, so let me look into the chat box again. Um, where should I start from? Where do I start from? So could you enter now? IPA. No, IPA is not institutional candle. IPA is FVG, as you used to, just new people kind of call it. Okay, is the new way of calling IPA. Okay, IPA is improper price action. Okay, improper price action. Okay, your your definition doesn't. But yeah, it's FVG. Fair value gap is what you younger guys call it now, right? Okay, fair value gap is what IPA is. Okay, change of character when the lows break. No, yeah, change of character is so there's a difference. So I think a lot of people get confused with this. So a change of character. So let's just say we're looking at this, for example. Okay, a change of character is within internal structure. So if you don't know the difference between external and internal structure, this is something that you want to get comfortable with. Okay, we've got external structure, which is the bigger ranges, the bigger movements. Okay, and then you've got internal structure, which is the smaller movements in between those. Okay, so what you'll find is rather than a break of structure, okay, let me just let a couple more people in the room, rather than a break of structure, okay, which is when you break the bigger ranges, okay, you'll get internal structure. Okay, so that's within a range. So for example, here we had um a low, then a higher high, higher low, then a higher high again there. Okay, so now in between this higher low and this higher high, you're gonna get ranges. Okay, so as you can see, we still haven't broken past this higher high or this higher low. So now we've got internal structure. And then a change of character is where you're going to find this within this internal structure. So a change of character is just when you've broken structure within this bigger range. Okay. Until you break this bigger range, that's not a break of structure. Okay. A break of structure is only when you break the bigger ranges. Anything inside of that is now a change of character within that internal structure. Okay. It might go over your heads a little bit, but again, just take that in a couple times and then you start to understand what that means. Okay, this is why I always say understand your structure. Too much slang for me, bro. Thanks for clearing it up. Okay. Um, but that's basically what you guys, yeah, that's basically what you need to look for. Understanding external ranges and then internal ranges. Okay, so for example, let's just say we're looking at gold. Let's just go on a bigger time frame. Okay, so let's just say we're looking at the daily, for example. Okay, what is going on with trading view today? It's really slow. Okay, so for example, gold, actually gold is really messy to look at, right? So actually we could still do it. So for gold specifically, actually let me use my arrow. Okay, for gold specifically, we've got this range here from here to here. Everything inside of this, okay, is the internal range because we haven't broke this low or this high. Well, we have it, but imagine we haven't. Imagine we didn't break this high or this low yet. So everything inside of this is internal structure. Okay, so all of this is still going to be happening. We're going to still making higher highs and higher lows within the bigger range. Okay, so that's why you see it's got change of character within these little ranges. It's just structure within structure. And like I always explain it, it's like the Inception film. Okay, Inception, you've got a dream within a dream within a dream, right? Okay, you've got structure within structure within structure on the charts. Okay, so depending on what time frame you're looking at, you can have the bigger structure and then you're gonna have the smaller structures within those structures. Okay, so that's why I always compare it to like Inception, the film, where you've got dreams within dreams within dreams. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what it means. Um, but yeah, so let's get back to it. So yeah, like I said, I would prefer that higher entry, but if this one actually holds, then great. It's not looking likely that it wants to hold right now. Okay, so if you're not in, I wouldn't advise getting in right now because yeah, it's just not making sense to hold right now. Okay, if anything, it's looking more like a buy. So for you guys that love your 2 to 1s, okay, you can literally potentially buy to here, which is about 40 pips. Okay, so if we go into the 1 minute time frame, let's just see what's happening. Okay, let's see what's happening. And we still got, I mean, this would be the last point of contact for a sell actually through here. Okay, that'll be the last point of contact for a sell if you wanted to now adjust your entries. So for here, Okay, that'll be the last point of contact for yourself if you're not already in. Okay, but also let's see if there's any buy opportunities. Right now, the only place I'll personally like to buy from, I mean, this is okay, but for me, it'll be more down here. But if it breaks down here, we've kind of broken internal structure there. So yeah, for me, this one, I'll just say just leave it all together. If it comes on into here, I'll say you can sell it from here. That'll be the best possible sell entry because what we can do, or what this actually looks like, okay, is IPA through here, or FVG, as you guys call it now. Okay, you still got FVG right there. And again, we already know about the 1 p.m. strategy as well. So that'll be the best possible sell, I'll be saying. Okay, so we've already kind of cracked into it a little bit with this wick. Okay, we cracked into it a little bit already with this wick because of why this is potentially happening already. But for me personally, I like it to come a bit higher. But yeah, that's just me. So yeah, this area is something to keep an eye on. I'm getting a lot of you guys. Stop direct messaging me. Put it in a group so everyone else can help as well. Okay, stop direct messaging me. But let me just read this out. 2 or 10 sell. Is that stop loss 2 or 17, 13? Yeah, 2 or 17, 30. Yeah, 2 or 17, 30. If you actually entered, if you wanted to enter, well, I won't say enter right now, because right now we're how far were you away from that? I mean, still 20 pips is not the worst thing in the world. Okay, but if you could get a tighter entry, then why not? Okay, so if you wanted to enter right now, you've got 20 pip stop at 2 or 17, 30. Okay, but yeah, personally, I wouldn't recommend entering right now if you're not comfortable with bigger stop losses. Okay, but yeah, the first entry that we've got seems to be playing out so far. Okay, it's playing out quite nicely. I mean, yeah, this IPA zone literally with this wick, it literally tapped in and then it's fading away now. Okay, so yeah, for whoever's joined the session at literally 12:40, then yeah, you should be in profit right now. Okay, you should be in profit right now. And we're currently 18 pips in profit. If you enter the session at 12:40 or 12:45, that's the sell that we got initially. For me personally, I'm going to move my stop into profit, so it's impossible for me to lose. Okay, I'm just wait 1 second. Let me just adapt to my stop. So it's not going to be impossible for me to lose. Plus, again, it's just playing. I don't like when price plays around an area. I don't like when price plays around an area because I'm like, if you're going to go, you should just go, okay, rather than just playing around. So for me personally, I'm moving my stop into profit, so it's impossible for me to lose now. But yeah, we'll see if it plays out. But yeah, I don't like the way it's playing around this area. And the next is 1 p.m. now. It should just literally just if it's gonna happen, it just needs to tank right now. Okay, but if not, like I said, on a 1 minute time frame, on that 1 minute time frame, we've got a potential re-entry or better entry. Okay, off that 1 minute time frame. So again, same situations that we like to see where we've got liquidity wipe, it's filled at IPA, we've got IPA through here again. Okay, this is what I like to see where we come into this. So again, referring to this kind of picture, okay, where we've got liquidity wipe, up candle, breaker structure, or change of character, and then comes back into that zone, and then we set it off. So yeah, if you missed the first entry, I'll say this is the next best thing you can potentially get. Okay, like I said, we already spiked a little bit into this IPA and started dropping, but this is the next best thing if we can come back up. But price is kind of doing its thing right now. Um, what else is in chat? What's in? I, I think it was TP. I put my stop loss into entry. What would be the re-entry if it bounces back? Um, wait, I put my stop loss to entry. What would be the re-entry if it bounces? Oh yeah, so that's literally this. So again, this is literally that trade there. Okay, if it comes back up into the zone, so price 2 or 16, let's say 2 or 16 minus the spreads, 2 or 16.70, okay, or 2 or 16.60, I'll say for the spreads, just to account for spread. Okay, I'll say that. Okay, so 2 or 16.60 will be the next best entry if it comes back up into here. Actually, you know what? Let's just do 50% IPA. Okay, and make it 2 or 16.50. That's a better number, right? Okay, and then stop loss just above. That'll be 2 or 16.50 again. So I'll just make it a nice round 10 pips. Okay, let's make it a nice round 10 pips. So I like everything being very, very level. Okay, so that's basically what you'll be looking at. Okay, that's basically what you're looking at. Entry 2 or 16.50. Okay, profit will be 204.20, and then your stop would be 2 or 17.50. Okay, so again, everything we do is based around our institutional numbers, 20s, 50s, and 80s. Okay, but yeah, this trade so far is playing out. So for me personally, I'm happy a little bit, but again, like I said, personally liked it to come a bit higher, but it's playing out right now. So whoever's in, like I said, move your stop into profit, okay, and just let it ride. If it does come back up, then again, these are the coordinates for the next best entry, and then we get that sell again. Okay, so that's what I'll be personally looking at. Okay, is that making sense for everyone? Is that making sense for everyone? I'll put my stop loss into entry. So we get in at 206.85 and set TP for 2 or 12 or 2 or 10. No, where you getting 2 or 12 from? I'm not sure where you're getting 2 or 12 and 2 or 10 from. But as you can see here, so entry was 2 or 16.50. The stop loss was 2 or 17.50. And then the TP is 204. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly where you're getting 212 and 210 from. That's way lower. Okay, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're literally active in this trade. So yeah, yeah, we caught a trade. So whoever's in, happy days. Okay, whoever's in, happy days. Would you still set a sell limit and sell stop? Would you wait? I'm reading two questions at the same time. Would that be a sell limit or sell stop? It'll be a sell limit. Okay, sell limits is basically when you want price to come back up. Okay, sell limit is when you what's going on? Sell limit is when you want price to come back up and then enter you when it does get into a certain price. Okay, that's what a sell limit would be. A sell stop is just a continuation of price. So let's just say price is right here right now, and you put your sell stop right here, then it will just automatically sell once it continues dropping. So that's the difference between that. But again, watch the ECA Academy if you don't know the difference between sell stop and sell limit and buy limits and buy stops and all that kind of stuff. Okay, and there was another question in here I think I've missed. Yeah, stop loss 217.50. Okay, cool. So re-entry 216. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, boss. TP is take profit. Partial taken, stop loss moved. With any news? I'll put my stop loss into entry. Okay, cool. I've already answered those. So yeah, one more time for you guys that are a bit confused. I'm seeing some people are still confused in the chat. Okay, but entry price, if you was going to do a sell limit or entry it there, is 216.50. The stop loss is this one here, 217.50. So that should give you a 10 pip stop. And then the profit will be 204.20. Okay, that's hopefully, I mean, that's a very ambitious move. Okay, it gives us about 120 pips. Okay, but that's basically what I'll be looking at. Okay, let me just go back to the 5 minute. Okay, that's what I'll be looking at. Okay, because again, I've already explained. So we feel this. So firstly, we had this equal high right here. Okay, we had the equal highs right here. Let me just make this more precise. We had the equal highs right here. Once the equal high is formed, what do we tend to see on top of that? Okay, we tend to see, okay, IPAs or FVGs, whatever you want to call it. And then from there, once the IPA or FVG was filled, we then went onto the 1 minute and we found another FVG or IPA on a smaller time frame there. Okay, so now I set my entry and I market executed that to then hopefully then take us into the low of taking out this Asian session low and then fill in this IPA or FVG and then enter this demand candle. So again, it's just a sequence of a combination of everything we do. Okay, so this is the situation. Had equal highs being taken out by liquidity. We came back up and that's where we executed our trade. Okay, so now we're looking to make a new low, taking out the Asian session low or more liquidity down there. Okay, we also mix this with what? Our Asia session range. Okay, we had Asia session range that we need to take out. So far we're taking out the high, but now I'm looking at to take out the low. So this is obviously a picture of just example. Okay, and then mixing it with this also. Okay, so if you're flipping this upside down, we're literally going through the whole range of doing exactly this. Okay, so that's basically how everything is working at the minute. Okay, so yeah, that's basically why we got this sell. If it works, great. If it doesn't, again, like I said, we'll prefer this higher entry up into here. So if I could call a signal on it, I will. I'm just gonna have to wait to see what actually happens. Okay, so what I want to happen right now, okay, would be for this price right now to come lower to break the structure. And then once it breaks that structure, then I know for sure we should be going down. And then we'll have various other entries in and around this area. Okay, to then continue making it go down. If we don't break this, this could potentially be a buy to then take us up into here. Okay, because again, what's the structure right now? Structure. Oh, bro, this is pissing me off. Structure making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher high. This could potentially be a higher low right here to take us up into that zone that I would prefer. So right now we're selling, but then the next thing to look out for is a potential of this. This is going to be the make or break area. Okay, this is going to be the make or break area. This specific candle right here is going to be our make or break area. Okay, so what price is that? So that's coming in at 2 or 12. Let's say 2 or 12.50. That's going to be our make or break area. So this is going to depend. Okay, this is going to actually let us know if we're going to continue going up from here into there. Okay, or if we break this, then it's going to depend. Now it's going to demand that we actually then come down into here. So this is going to be our make or break area. Okay, I hope that's making sense for everyone. But whoever took this trade, like I said earlier on, we're now 30 pips in profit. Okay, now 30 pips in profit. So feel free to take your secure the bag. Okay, close that trade if you wanted to. Okay, feel free to secure that, or just take partials and let the rest ride if it comes into here. Okay, and then close the whole thing, or just kind of hold it and just see what happens here, because that could be a next potential buy. Okay, so yeah, whoever got into that from early, well done, and secure the bag. So let me look at the chat again. So he said that might wait, what's happening? Would that be a selling advice? Not sell this. Okay, bus stop. I'm guessing you mean a buy stop, but yeah, a buy stop sell buy because I'm going up. So this is a sell limit. Yeah, this entry just you just mentioned a sell limit. So I'm guessing you meant that one up there, but yeah, I wouldn't put a sell limit now. Okay, I'll just wait for it to come up into that area and then see what's happening from there. I wouldn't personally set a sell limit for this right now, just due to structure. Just wait to see what's actually happening when it comes up into there. There's another big higher. Do you know? Wait, let me read this again. There's another FEG higher. How do you know it won't go higher before dropping? Just experience. You can say that as experience and just understanding market structure. Okay, it's just literally understanding market structure. Like I always say, I always preach to you guys. If you understand market structure, internal and external structure, 60 to 70% of your work is done in trading. It doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at. You understand the charts like just like that. It doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at. You're like, cool, what's the structure? Boom. Now you understand the picture, and then you can take your trades wherever you need to take it. Okay, that's why I always say to you guys, focus on market structure. Okay, it's nice. Like I always say, it's nice to have strategies to get in and out quickly. But if you don't understand market structure, there's no point of you trading, because now you have to rely on people to send you signals. You have to rely on people to say buy here, sell here. And if you're going to do that for the rest of your life and you want to keep doing that, that's totally up to you. But for me personally, I don't have to rely on no one. Okay, I don't want to have to rely on no one for my trading. So understand market structure in its entirety, and then you don't need no one to really trade. Okay, you can just look at the chart and say, I'm going to enter here because of this market structure. I'm going to sell here because of this market structure. Okay, so understand market structure entirely, internal and external. And then when we do send signals or whatever else, it makes total sense to you. Okay. So yeah, it's part experience and it's part just market structure. Okay. So when I was looking at this, like I explained, I think earlier on, I think some people came late to the session. Okay. It was just entirely based off market structure. Okay. So when we're looking at this, sorry, my trading view is moving slow again. When we're looking at this, again, market structure is just making, okay, lower lows. I mean, yeah, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, okay, lower high. So when we're looking at this within this structure here, okay, we've got this whole big accumulation block that failed to actually come up into this area. So once that accumulation block fails, what are we looking for now? We're looking for sales. Okay, we're looking for sales. So understanding that, I start now focusing on this structure particularly. Okay, this structure particularly is now what I'm more focused on, because I'm seeing a whole accumulation that failed and then price dropped. So now you can see price is trying to climb its way up. So again, the saying is bulls walk up the stairs, bears jump out the window. Okay, if you don't know what a bull is literally when price is going up, a bullish market, and a bear is when the market is going down. So bulls walk up the stairs, which is why you see it takes forever, and then bears just literally jump out the window. Okay, so once that happens, price needs to recover. So now that's why I'm focusing specifically on this trading range. Okay, focusing specifically on this trading range through here. Okay, so when I'm looking at that, we see this specific trader range. Then we start zooming in and we're like, what's actually happening? Okay, what's been left untouched? So we start seeing, obviously, this is the best possible entry. This is what actually ticked everything to drop yesterday when we got that equal high taken out. And then when we start zooming in even more, okay, we're like, cool. Yes, this might be the best possible entry up here, but what's the obstacle? What's going to stop us from getting up there in the first place? And then there's this candle. Okay, this is the barrier. This is like passport control. Okay, we need to get past this point before we can get into that point, right? So now this is why this is my main focus. Okay, so is that making sense to everyone? Okay, it's just understanding structure. Okay, it's just literally understanding structure. So now, instead of taking my fib away from up here, I'm now focusing predominantly on this range. Okay, you can see where my 89% lines up. Surprise, surprise. Okay, surprise, surprise. So that's why when I said I wouldn't personally put a sell limit for this area yet, because there's still a potential buy because of this structure. So now, again, understand the structure, structure within structure within structure. Again, it's an inception. You've got a dream within a dream within a dream. So within this structure now, the structure we're already looking at, we're having this little tiny structure going on. Okay, structure trying to walk up the stairs. So when I'm seeing that, we're just making continuously higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, again, similar to this. Okay, we're doing that to try and get into our sell zone. So when we do finally walk up the stairs and get into our sell zone, we then drop out the window again. The bears jump out the window. So understanding that we're trying to just get up into this area here when we're on the 5 minute time frame, which is why I was confident of a sell here. When we're on the 5 minute time frame, I'm like, cool, we're still one more step that we need to take potentially up into here. So now, understanding that structure, we're making higher highs and higher lows. This is the next best place that I'm looking at a buy from. Okay. And that's why I said this is the very key pivotal area, because if we break this structure, that means we are going to get the confident sell down to this area. If we hold that structure, we then head up into that area. So again, that's what I'm saying. This area here. So for example, let me do this one actually. Okay, for example, where's that other picture? For example, right now, we're in a situation. Actually, no, the other one was better. That's a better example. So right now we're in this situation. If we hold right here, we're gonna make one more move. Actually, no. If we hold right here, we're gonna make one more move to the upside. Okay, we hold right here, we'll make one more move to the upside, right here. Okay, we'll make one more move to the upside. If we fail, if we fail to make a higher low to go up, we're gonna break structure, which is then going to be this picture. Okay, that means now we're gonna make a new lower low. Okay, that means this area is going to fail, and we're gonna make a new lower low. So if we make a new lower low, what's that going to mean? We then get, sorry, I was using that picture. When we make a new lower low, we're going to make a new lower high, which then forms the platform for us to then fall down to continue making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then that allows us to finally get into the zone. Okay. Is that making sense? That's a quick lesson on structure. Okay. That's the quickest lesson on structure I could give you. Okay. So hope that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that was up there. How is 130 news going to affect the trade? Better finish reading the Pipsology, I suppose. Yeah. Again, yeah. Definitely watch EC Academy. And if you've got my book, then yeah, it explains everything in there also. So yeah, that's literally all I've got to share for today. Today's not being the best. Eddie's already called out most things in the morning. Okay, Hugo called out a trade also earlier for the buy. But if I'm looking at next moves, again, what I'll be looking at personally, okay, if I'm just going to put this here, so let's just extend this so you guys can see this a little bit clearer. Okay, I'll be looking at this area specifically for a buy if it does hold. Okay, we'll have again about just make it 10 pips again. Okay, make it a nice round 10 pips. And then we'll be looking to target into here for this high. And then you get about 70 pips from that. Okay, nice 7-to-1 trade. Okay, so entry, if you wanted to look at this area, I won't say put a buy limit. If you're already in a sell, which I am, I'm not going to put a buy limit in. I'm just going to wait to see actually what happens. Okay, but if you wanted to put a buy limit for this one and you're too busy, then you can. But price level 2 or 12.50. Again, if we're being very specific. Again, remember 20s, 50s, and 80s are the numbers that institutions love to use. Okay, and then profit level. Okay, let's just make this a nice round 219. Okay, just to be on the safer side, 219. Okay, stop loss, like I said, 10 pips. So again, entry, buy limit if you wanted to do it, or just wait for it to get into that price action, which I would personally do. But if you're too busy, then set the buy limit. Entry price 2 or 12.50. Stop loss 2 or 11.50. And then the profit that you want is about 65 pips, 70 pips if you want to be brave into here. Okay. Actually, no, let's just do it. 2 or 20. Okay, 2 or 20. Let's make that very specific. 2 or 20. Okay, which should give you 75 pips. Okay, so again, entry 2 or 12.50, stop loss 2 or 11.50, and then TP 2 or 20. Okay, that'll give you about 75 pips. So that's what I'll be specifically looking at if it does play out. But right now, if you're in a sell, I'll just say hold on to the sell. and then take partials if you haven't already. And then yeah, just keep it neat like that. So yeah, that's the session for today, guys. Hope you did get into the sale early. If you did, if not, then look out for that buy. And then yeah, that's it. But yeah, until next time, guys. Tomorrow, I will catch you there. I will catch you there. All right. So peace out, guys. Take care.